All right, this is a review from a trader who requested me to go through some of their trades. They have been doing fantastic. And here over the last like 4 to 8 weeks, they've had a little bit of a challenge. Um, they've been adding in all sorts of things and getting all sorts of pieces put together, and it causes them some challenges, or it caused them some challenges. So what they asked me to do is look at some of their trades here and see, if there's anything that they could improve upon in order to trade better. And here at Apex, we don't just encourage the good, we encourage the bad. And if you're having a rough time, I want to know. Again, my name is Daryl Martin at apexinvesting.com. And we review your good trades, we review your bad trades. Sometimes the trades are just good trades that didn't work out, and sometimes they're mistakes. So we're going to go through these trades. If you want to learn more, if you want to be part of this learning community and you want to check it out for free, you can check out our room, our trading tools, our charts, and our trainings all for free for 30 days at apexinvesting.com/bootcamp. All right. So, Caleb, I applaud you for submitting your charts. I wish more people would do it. Every time somebody does it, a lot of people are thankful because it lets us see things that other people are struggling with that a lot of times, many traders are struggling with. All right, so looking at this chart, I'm always going to start from left to right and look at everything on the chart. So right here, we got an entry that turned into coil chop, and it looks like you got out of the trade. Not quite sure. It says target 20. Yeah, you got out of the trade, turned into coil chop there. So good job. We'll go down here. Would have had an entry, but it was a coil chop trade, so couldn't take it. Moving up, up, up. Not a divergent, so could not take it. There's a long right there that you should have taken. Didn't have any obstructions in its way. So you missed that trade right there. You got the X box, the green box with the trapped orders inside lining up with DR. And I noticed that you do have the automated trader, so it should have taken the trade for you. Not quite sure why you missed that one. But that was a win right there, and that would have helped you out. So up here, all right. So you took a ETX short. That was not an ETX trade. It has to be within 2 ticks of a paw. You have to have an exhaustion box with a trapped order with a paw or mini magnet on it within 2 ticks of a paw, mini magnet, ZOI, or I block. So this trade was an invalid trade. It was a naked trade going against DR. It was not an ETX trade. Okay, well, you labeled it as ETX. See that? No, that's not a paw on the previous bar. That's a leading order. So as far as divergence, that would be a trade that just didn't work out. So right here, because here's where he's looking at, right at the top, right here. And then what happened was then you had a coil, or else you would have had a long right there. But you had a coil. Yeah, also, we're in earnings season, so be very cautious near the end of the day. The double cluster didn't happen until after the fact. When that double cluster happened, you could have taken an option to go ahead and exit the trade with a small loss. as an option. Okay? So that's the one thing that you could have done when it turned into a double cluster. You could decide, I mean, the rule is double cluster before, but there is an option if you can double cluster after, just like, go take a 4-tick loss instead of a full loss. Also, if you were stopped out at 28.45, your stop should have been closer. Stop should have been right down here around 28.43, 28.42.50. One tick above the high. Now also, it looks like you have a 13 tick take profit, an 11 stop loss. Why is that? I'm not sure what a second bar entry setup is. Is it just me or did them? I think it must be just me. Yeah, I had some weird error and I'm going to have to reboot. Okay, so you're using limit orders on a pullback, though this one didn't seem to enter on a pullback. It entered right at the low. It appears. Okay. I don't use that ATM. So if that ATM's not working for you, you may not want to use it either. The lines appearing. Let's see, what lines do you have appearing? Well, you have Paul lines. Oh, you probably don't have your institutional blocks set to 250 on this chart. That's not ICE. There's way too many for ICE. But go in and change your institutional blocks. Go to institutional order prints, go to institutional blocks, and change it to 250. That's why you have so many plotting. Cool. Got that solved? Alright, let's check this one out. There we go. Alright, so looking at this chart. You got up, down, up. You're in a range. So you took a short at the bottom of the range. Up, down, up, right there. When you get 2 points it hit with a small pullback, or a lazy Z, as Lori likes to call it, because it goes up and then it goes down. It makes a little bit of a Z right there, a lazy Z. So your other issue, not only trading at the bottom of the range, but also looking at, you had up, you had down, up, down, so you traded directly into coil chop. So even if you didn't see the range, the coil chop itself would have kept you out of the trade. Okay? So you see the coil chop right there? The down, up, down. And the good news is you have the automation assistant, and we've now built in to the newest automation to not take trades. It won't even plot an arrow in coil chop. All right, so we got all this going on. You got a short right here that you did not take. That was profitable. You got another short right here that you did not take. That was profitable. You got a OD divergence trade that you did not take right here that was profitable. Right there you would have been done for the day. So you had 3 trades in a matter of, 10, 15 minutes. So do you see those missed trades? This one isn't chop. You don't have coil chop here. So you got a short trade. You got an X box, naked X box with DR that went short. That was profitable. You got another. Now this one is coil chop. The second one was coil chop. My bad. So you would not have entered that trade. Okay. And then you got an OD divergence trade right here. So that second trade would have been profitable right there. So do you see those 2 profitable trades? Yeah, you're under the deviation on your entry. So the question was, what about the deviation? Your entry is under the deviation. You're not running into it like you're literally trading underneath it. And there's nothing in your way right here. So that would have been a great one if it wouldn't have had that little green DR on it. Let's see here. That one you could have traded to the wall based on a range, but we'll skip that. That would have been a nice OD. It was just way too big. You go down here. You got the enhanced seems to be getting you. You might want to focus a little more on the nakeds if the enhanced are getting you a lot. So that enhanced trade right there was going right into a wall of sorts. What's your yellow line? Is that your dynamic magnet? I guess your entry would have been on the other side. But you're doing a pullback. So your entry would have been on the other side of whatever level that is. So that trade just lost. But it coiled up after the fact, so you wouldn't have known until it was too late. So, nothing wrong with that trade. It just lost, but you did miss 2 solid wins. And a lot of times losses can be avoided by taking the winning trades that you're missing, right? Because you'd be done at your 3 and done. So here we're going. I was going to say take that, but you're in the 5 minutes before. So you can't take these 2 trades. You're in the dark zone. Okay, you had a divergence. It's not a big divergence. Actually, let me look at this last one. Wanted to see. Yeah, it's the same thing. Okay. Divergence. I'm not talking about like an entry, a valid entry on divergence, but you don't want to take this. This happened on both of them, and I said the divergence, and then I just didn't pay attention as long. You had a divergence right here. You had a higher high with a lower volume. Do you see that? 10,000 versus 9,800. I mean, it wasn't a lot lower. It wasn't enough that you would take a short trade off of it, but it still was divergence, right? So, and you also have DR divergence right there. That's true. And you took a enhanced Xbox long going against the divergence. If you go to this next trade, you had a divergence. Again, not huge, but still a divergence, and you took an enhanced Xbox long going right into it. So, same mistake twice. Does that help? Alright, so over here. I gotta hate that when it's like one little DR. Goes down, up. And then what do you got? You got an entry to go. Where'd you go? Went short off of this one. So that was against DR. Because DR has to be read on that bar and the bar before. Is this an enhanced? I guess you got a ZOI there, don't you? Okay, so let's look at what happened. 38,000 versus 12,000, and you took it enhanced right into OD again. See that? 38,000, 12,000, pulled back. You took a trade right into divergence. Yeah, you are making that mistake often, but that's awesome to see it. Right? Like, I mean, posting these up, like, you're like, wow, 3 of these losing trades. Like, we've literally knocked out most of your losing trades. Doesn't mean you're going to knock out all of them, but if you can knock out some of them, then great. Let's see here. We got a lot of nothing. This one looks like you got like 1 tick shy of your take profit. It just didn't work. So nothing wrong on that trade. And then you got an entry going, I guess, short right here. Or long. If you went short, you're going against the R. If you went, I'm trying to figure out if you went short or long first. If you went short, you're against the R. If you went long, you were in coil chop. So, anyways, but going through all those, does that help you? I mean, you got at least one really solid lesson out of it, plus noticing some missed trades. Okay? That wasn't OD divergence because you didn't make a higher high. All right. Well, that that is a wrap up on a chart review. And sometimes the lessons are that simple. You go in and it's not going to avoid every losing trade, but we can go in and we can find things and mistakes that you're making over and over again, but you don't know them unless you share them. You don't know what you don't know until somebody who does know sees it and tells you. So total props to Caleb for putting himself out there. More of you should do so. It will help you improve in your trading immensely, and you help other traders out. Because I guarantee you, if you're having a problem, other traders are having the same problem. So thank you, Caleb, for submitting that, and I hope y'all all enjoyed this quick chart review walkthrough.